Hey, Garland Vance from Advanced Leadership here. I had the most fascinating conversation with a group of CEOs recently. I was explaining to them what busyness is, this overcommitment to too many good commitments, and how busyness causes stress and how stress releases adrenaline and cortisol. And the effects of stress on our lives when adrenaline and cortisol are released are that we go into fight or flight mode, that it begins to tear down our physical bodies and has been connected to about 26 different ailments that people have, that it increases fear, and that cortisol that's caused from stress causes us to stop thinking long term. We can't think about 10 years down the road. We can only think about what's directly in front of us. And so I said to these CEOs, what are some effects that you think that stress will have if it does all of this terrible things to people? And here's some of the responses that they gave. When you are stressed out, what's the effect on the workforce that it's going to have? So one person said, that's going to be significantly reduced productivity. He was absolutely right. If you can't think long term about what's most important, then your productivity is going to drop. Now, you may do a lot of activity, but you won't accomplish a lot of your big goals because stress causes you to not think long term. You can only think about what's directly in front of you. It's going to have a huge effect on your organization's productivity. Another person piped up and they said, I bet there's going to be a lot more health problems and absenteeism because all of this stress is causing our bodies to break down, and it's making it more and more challenging to heal from the sicknesses that we have. That person was absolutely right. If you allow high degrees of stress into your organization, then guess what? You're going to have more absenteeism. Or maybe even just as bad, you're going to have people show up to work, but they're not coming in feeling energized, and they're not bringing their best self to their job. They are going to be tired and sick, and that's going to not only increase health cost, but it's going to slow down the progress of your big goals. One other CEO piped up at that time and said, I imagine that if our employees are incredibly stressed out, it's going to create a worse customer experience. Absolutely right. So he went on to explain what he was thinking, that when people are stressed out, if their fear is increased, then they're not going to approach their customer experience from this incredible place of wanting to help and wanting to serve. Instead, they're going to bring all of their fear to that customer experience. They're going to bring their stress and their frustration and their anger to that customer experience, and it's going to diminish the quality of the customer experience, which, guess what? If you're a leader of a business, that's going to have a huge effect on your bottom line. You're not going to be able to create raving fans and repeat customers if every time they show up at your business, your employees are stressed and overwhelmed and even fearful. That's going to have an effect on the customer experience. If you are the leader of a business, I really want to encourage you that one of the best things you can do for your business is help you and your employees learn to deal with the stress that you've got. Now, one of the biggest causes of stress right now is busyness. It's this overcommitment to too many good commitments. It's when you have so many projects at work and things to do at home that you're just stressed and flooded with too many obligations. You can help your team beat busyness by taking 5 steps that I talk about in Getting Unbusy, 5 steps to kill busyness and live with purpose, productivity, and peace. If you're the leader of an organization, I'd love to talk with you more about how to help your organization stress less and accomplish more so that you can achieve your biggest priorities. Just go to advanceleadership.live. That's advance, no D at the end, advanceleadership.live, and hit contact, and I'd be happy to chat with you.